And we've got a session timer here, and I suppose we will see whereabout we will end up in comparison to the other teams. Hong being at a respectable 12th spot now. 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to the second season in Motorsport Manager then. It is time for the design phase on our car, the most crucial steps that will define how good or bad we are going to be doing in the next season. We've already taken care of a few things at the end of last episode, but today it is time to head on then, take care of the other step of the car, the other steps rather ahead of the car design, in order to hopefully get our car up to snuff a bit more, to be able to be more competitive this very season then. So, with that said, let's get going, let's continue. I'm actually kind of confused because we are... I guess that the car design... Well, not the car design, but the adaptation thing is going to come a bit later when the chassis design is complete. So... I suppose that's going to be a second, just a few news here on the side, and apparently we've got a few scouting reports done. We are going to go and quickly filter this by Racing Series and just like add another 2 people to it to get more of an overview of like the driver's market basically. We also have one sponsorship offer thus far for our fixed payment sponsor slots. No, that's actually 3. They're all in. Apparently we're waiting for one more. So, 3 offers right here, 2 3-stars, 1 2-star. We've got a fixed pay here of 300k per race, or... I didn't know that there was a only upfront payment offer. It's actually, like, I thought there was always some sort of fixed payment attached. So that's kind of interesting. But this one or that one here, being the 2 options then, we've got 300k per race or 180k per race and a mil up front. Which for 8 races, a mil up front, could amount about to the deal size of this one, to be honest. I feel like it is, like, a tad bit lower, but given that like 10 races will be up, if the deal length was 10 races, it would be about 100k per race that the upfront payment would be breaking down to. I suppose that we are basically maybe like a few K less of total deal value than the left deal, but at the same time we have that deal for 8 races, so we kind of get to redesign earlier. So the question here being, where do we expect our marketability to go? And the hope being that the marketability is going to go up, meaning that the sponsorship offers in 8 races would hopefully potentially increase to 4-star offers. So I think we're going to go for the middle one. Also, I mean, the upfront payment is kind of pretty invaluable for us in, well, start of the season development, of course. So I think that is the right thing to go for. Let's take that. That's going to be our new sponsor then for 8 races. And I mean, we've got another few slots opening up here and there soon, so that's nice. And well, then hopefully the team marketability is just going to go up and push that sponsor appeal level to 4 stars. Would be nice. And eventually we're probably going to need a helipad for the very prestigious deals. But, well, with that said, and 1.1 million of a cost per race still, let's go and head on to brake supplier breakthrough. Okay, it says adapt parts here, but we aren't apparently able to adapt the parts yet. Yeah, you can see new car chassis finish date 5/03/2017. So that's going to be a bit still. Let's go back here though. We will go and check this out. Firebird's got a new simulator. Whew, I'm really worried about our HQ. You know, I would really like to punch some money into it, but well, you know, 8 mil, we've got 9. We would not have anything left basically. for our car development, which is not an option at all. Upgrading buildings, you know, it's just too much money. I cannot afford that at all at the time, unfortunately. Brake supplier breakthrough, though. I just received some interesting news from our brake supplier. They've found quite incredible gains in tyre heating, which could really come in handy this season. Unfortunately, the technology is rather space age and it comes at a cost. 2.5 million bucks for 1 point of tyre heating. It's quite insane. I don't think we're going to go for... I don't think we're going to go for it. It's too... Like, that's too much money for us. That's more than a quarter of our budget for... No, I don't think we can go for that, unfortunately. I would love to, if I would have all the money in the world to spend on this, but I don't. So we're going to go and not take that yet, unfortunately. We're going to get another scouting thingy in right here, and then we're just going to head on. We've got a little contract thing coming up. Jose Domingo. Oh yeah, right. So our test driver just left, which is fine, I suppose. Now we've got a new one, which costs us 1k. Interesting. Anyways, not too interested or fuzzed there, so we're gonna keep heading on. Bunch of scouting thingies finished, so we're just gonna keep filling new ones in. We've got 4 males. Nothing interesting. Let's head on through here. And there was like another 2 scouting things. So we've got so much scouting now being done, I guess. Which is fine. We've got some unwritten mail. Earning my wings. I've been thinking about this for a while, and yes, I finally bit the bullet. I'm going to start taking flying lessons. Okay, let's focus more marketability. Doesn't push us to 4. So, no issues with the deal we took, I suppose. Another unique opportunity in the meanwhile. Kruger Motorsports has been in the news lately after one of their engines caught fire in the garage. GMA are calling their work practices unsafe. We have an opportunity with our upcoming marketing materials to exploit this mishap and compare it to our superior working conditions. Chairman might not like it because it's not exactly a classic move, but business is business. More marketability, less chairman happiness. What is my chairman happiness at the moment is the question. Very happy. I think we're going to take that. Like, 25 team marketability is insane for us right now. That could literally be the thing that pushes us to 4 stars. Well, you know, going to cost me a bit of my chairman happiness, but I'm very hopeful that we can regain that, fingers crossed. And in the meanwhile, if we look at the sponsors, we're now at 60.7%. We're still not at 4 stars, but we're getting a lot closer to it. A lot closer to it. And if we can get some good results in the races somehow, that'll hopefully push us over the 4-star mark for some of our upcoming sponsorship deals. So fingers crossed right there. I think that was the right decision. Let's move on. We've got meal. Is that why we were stopped, or? Not sure. Not too sure at all, to be honest. We're going to start scouting down here now. Not quite sure why I was stopped, but things are heading on, and we've got money-saving techniques. I've got a phenomenal accountant in the Cayman Islands who knows how to make sure I don't pay too much in the way of tax. Okay. The upshot of that is I've got a load of money lying around. I'd like to invest some of it back into the team. Consider a gift paid by a dear friend of ours. Only told me to tell you to keep this out of the papers. Don't really know why, but hey. Okay, that could... I cannot decline it, so we're going to have to take it. Which, you know, money's going to be nice, but I still don't really like this. I think this is going to fall back on us eventually, isn't it? Kind of worried, but we'll see. Livery edit coming up. Part adaptation is now complete, apparently. Did I not have to manually do anything for that? I suppose not. Okay. We will have to choose livery, though. we will have to choose the livery for the new season, and we're not going to keep it quite the old one, I think. We'll have to find out what we want to make the livery, though. We could go and make it a bit more in the channel colours, I suppose. So, maybe like a nice bright blue on the one hand side, and well, we can probably keep the trim color the same. Wait, let me what's the color code here? We're gonna copy that over, and we're gonna make sure that that's the same color. Like, the livery style itself I quite like, I have to say. Then we have our primary and secondary color, which is kind of the question. If we would like to get the secondary color green, I think that's a bit too crazy. If we would like to get the primary color green, I think that's also a bit too crazy, to be honest. But like I would love to get all the channel colors into this livery, but like the thing is, a combo like this looks kind of weird in my opinion. So maybe we are keeping this channel color for the one season, and then the next season we swap to a different one. The livery itself, I honestly have to say, I quite like. So we're going to stick to the livery itself. We could consider, I guess something like that is kind of alright. Still makes it a bit crazy. No, I think we're going to stick with white. That just looks more classy. So this season we're going to go with this channel color. Next season, if I remember, we're going to go with the light green, basically. And I mean, the black's always in the car, so that shouldn't really be something to think about. We're going to go and finalize that car livery like that. And, well, the car chassis is still going to take a bit, so we're going to probably head on through the season a bit more then. There's a lot of contracts ending. Is there? Not sure. Didn't see anything about that. But this weekend I'll be taking car pre-season testing with a small crew of mechanics. This marks the end of our design phase. The rest of the teams will be there too, so we can see where we stand in comparison to our rivals on the grid. Here's hoping the other teams haven't outdeveloped us. I hope we've outdeveloped the other teams a bit, to be honest, because we do need to catch up. Hong apparently has found religion, which gives him more focus and morale, which is nice and awesome and good to hear. And we've got some free scouting slots that we will, of course, instantly use. So let's do that. Let's head on with things and, well, pre-season testing this weekend. So, pre-season testing happening today. Do I have to do anything for this? I guess not. Okay, we will, there's their morale. And we've got a session timer here, and I suppose we will see whereabout we will end up in comparison to the other teams. Hong being at a respectable 12th spot now. 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. 13th, 14th. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the one good thing here is that we don't have any negative notes. That's it, though. That's about it. It seems like we haven't really moved that much compared to last season, which is something at least, I suppose. But I would have really hoped that we would be able to move up a bit more thanks to all the money that we've pushed into the car design. So I guess we'll have to go and move on with that now and see how, with all the adapter parts and everything, we can move forward to hopefully push our car much more this season. It's certainly going to be quite a task. Now, let's look at fit parts here. Okay, so this is what we are starting the season out with, basically. The performance already being maxed on all of these. Oh my god, the reliability is absolute trash. I'm very worried, to say the least. The next race is in 11 days, and all our part reliabilities are at 50%. 50! Oh my god, dude, like, seriously, this is not great. I mean, we're starting off at a very much higher rate than in the last, season, which is good. But that reliability is really having me worried. Now, the first race is in 11 days, so honestly, realistically speaking, we cannot schedule any part development for that. So we're going to focus on this one instead, which needs acceleration and medium speed corners. Low speed corners, of course, kind of not being researchable by us anyways. So we want the gearbox or the suspension. The question is, which one are we going to go for? I think we may be going for the gearbox for a start. Like, we've only got 10 mil. And we've got... This is what I'm worried about, right? We've got 10 mil. We've got a cost of 1.1 mil per race at the moment, which is quite high, which is not even going to carry us through the entire season. So, like, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 races. If we were to start like this, with the fixed payments we get and everything, we're probably going to end up at 0 at the end of the season. So... Oh, wait a second. Okay. I think this changes our perspective a slight bit, because this is now our main sponsor bonus. I was already thinking it wasn't going to come our way, but holy moly, this is just what we needed. So, let's talk targets for the coming season. I'll be frank, I don't foresee much joy for us this year, and the investors share my views on the matter. This is likely to be a tough season. Do you see us to be able to avoid finishing at the bottom of the team's championship? So, we've either got 8th for a target, or we've got 10th. I'm trying to think. Do you all think we can make 8th? I do not think we should keep the same, like 10th. This is team score, right? So we would be the worst team through the entire season if we were to finish 10th. And I kind of want to set the goals a bit higher, but I'm worried that if I set the goals too high, I may have some repercussions coming my way. So we got to think this through carefully. Very carefully. 8th spot is quite a bit of an improvement from last season, but I don't want to keep targeting 10th. I think we're going to risk it. It's going to be a bit of a risk, but we're going to take it. We're going to end up at 28 million now, and now we're going to have to do our very, very best to try and get this going. So the one thing that I would really like is a better, like, engine development potential. So what we're going to do is we're going to push $8 million into a test track. It's also going to get our driver improvement rate going a bit. It's going to take us 24 weeks, so it's going to be a bit. But this is what we're going to be focusing on this very season, engine development. So that's what we're building a test track for now with the money that we've gotten. And then we are going to go and start with Gearbox Design. We're going to design a full-on gearbox, then we're going to go for engine design after, I think, if it's going to be any beneficial for the race that is coming up after Munich. It is. So we're going to go gearbox design, we're going to go engine design, and then we're going to go for anything else. And hopefully we can get a tier 3 engine going this very season. Hopefully that's going to work out for us somewhat. So, gearbox being the first thing. We are going to go 25 to max acceleration, and you can see, we're starting out with 94 this season, so we're going to make some progress, hopefully, and then, 40 during qualifying. That kind of sucks. We're going to probably go for that one next, and, well, it's going to be quite the frenzy of part development. Hopefully this was the right choice and we can actually make it, because we are actually taking quite the risk right here. Now, in terms of the next race, though, we're going to have to somewhat micromanage to get the parts to at least a state where nothing is going to crazy explode on us, hopefully. Maybe we're just going to focus on Hong's car. Oh, wait, there is actually performance potential, too. Interesting. I thought there wasn't. But we've got to focus on reliability one way or another, otherwise the whole car's going to explode on us with like 50% of reliability. So we're going to go and get Hong's car reliability up first, and then we're going to focus on the other things. 29 days after race to get this to 100%. We only if we can get it to like 70, 75, 80%, that would already be good. Hong is kind of the driver we are staking our bets on a bit more anyways, of course. So hopefully this is going to go our way. Let's go and head on and keep our fingers crossed that everything is going to be working out the way that we want for us. The travel to Black Sea is there. Let's see where we're at for reliability. It's really not that great. It's really not that great. I know you want a staff center. I don't have the money for it. We're going to ignore that for the time being. Where are we at now for reliability? 66, 66, 61, 61. Okay, so I think we're going to keep the brakes and the gearbox where they're at. And we're going to push the engine and the suspension a bit more, because 60% on that is just not good enough. Especially the engine, we're going to be a bit worried about that exploding on us. So let's continue with that. Huge anticipation, blah, blah. We're going to go and continue, and then we're going to travel to Black Sea, and let's see. Oh, I mean, we only focused on Hong's car, and the reliability is still so low. And this here, like, I think we're going to have to underfuel Andre and just hope that he makes it into the finish line or something, like, otherwise, like, this. Maybe we're going to have to go for repairs or something. I don't know. But this is going to be messy. This is going to be very messy. Let's have a quick look at the pit crew in the meanwhile, maybe. Well, they're all recovered, so I don't think we're going to swap through anything here just yet. I mean, I know that we've got better ones here and there that we could get put on the task, but I think we're going to save those till a bit later, because I really don't have the biggest ambitions for the first race, given how sensitive our cars are to braking right now, I think. But you can see here the car stats. We started all the way down here last season, right? So we are a bit further up. We're still very far back on the grid, though. So we will have to get quite the development frenzy in the season if we want to go anywhere. It's going to be quite mad. Hopefully we can somehow get it going, but it is going to be a very hard task getting that 8th spot in. I just hope that, well, the test track here and whatever developments we get out in terms of engine performance out of that are going to somehow manage to push us along the right way. I mean, you can see our factory being quite decent, you know, our performance and everything else pretty far back, but I hope that once we get the test track going, that it's going to jump a bit and that's going to push us the right way. So fingers crossed right there. In the meanwhile, let's go head on to the Grand Prix. We're going to go for the 10th or above goal right here. I think that's pretty much the way to go, to be honest. And, well, we're going to go and actually maybe, well, part fitting is a bit late now. I should have actually looked through. Wait, does Hong have the worst parts? Wait. No! They gave the worst parts to Hong. Why in the world would you do that? Oh, God. So we've got the higher performance parts in Gomez's car right now, even though Hong is the better driver, but I can't put the higher performance parts into Hong's car, because otherwise his car's going to know. Whatever. We're going to have to go like that. This is going to be quite messy. I don't like it. I think this will cause a whole lot of problems for us in the race, because we now went and developed the reliability on the wrong parts. So yeah, that kind of sucks. You're going to have to see how that goes for us in the race. At least we looked back at it, but we're going to have to somehow take it. Well, we can't take it slow on Hong, but we got to fill him with little fuel and just kind of try to carry it through. So this is going to be quite messy now. Hopefully we can somehow make it. We're going to go and get through with those parts fitted, and let's see how we go. I suppose. Let's see how we go. But with that said, our first race of this new season, and after all of this management, is going to start in the next episode with the training. Then we're going to have the actual race itself, so very much looking forward to that. And then we will finally also be able to find out how well this is going to go for us this season. But with that said, that is going to happen in the next episode. Then I'm going to end it off here for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. As usual, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help out the channel a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider hitting that subscribe button right down below, as well as that bell icon, to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. And with all that out of the way, as usual, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.